Level Max Neutral B is one of his most useful buttons, due to it having frame 1 heavy armor as well as also kill opponents starting around 30% with level 3 Neutral B. And in today's video we'll go over all the use and applications that I have found the move to be useful in. Let's get right into it. Neutral B has 3 different levels and all 3 of them have different uses, which we'll go over right now. Level 1 Neutral B is mostly used to get out of situation disadvantage state. Due to the heavy armor being frame 1, you can either avoid an attack entirely to not get comboed, or avoid further disadvantage mid-combo and just get out of it. Level 1 Neutral B is also really useful to recover off stage due to you being able to air dodge out of Neutral B. Level 2 Neutral B is really useful when you're pressuring on shield due to it being unpunishable, as well as also if you hit it you can jab lock at low percentages and just do a lot of damage. Level 3 Neutral B is the strongest out of the 3 and really should only be used after shield break, but it kills incredibly early, which is around about 30% of most of the cast. On some even early depending on rage and whatnot, but yeah, all of those 3 levels are incredibly useful when used right. Neutral B level 1 is literally broken in some matches like Mega Man, Rob, and Sheik, who all have low damage output and cannot consistently do 10% on one hit. Level Max Neutral B needs to be hit by a move that does 10% or more on one hit in order to be broken out of. So in some matches Neutral B literally saves everything. It makes it incredibly difficult for your opponent to do something. If you use Neutral B right, Level Max can become an insanely annoying matchup as well as also an insanely good character. Level Max Side B is his best special by far, so in today's video we'll talk about Level Max best special and all the use applications I have found the move to be useful in. Let's get right into it. Side B can get used in a ridiculous amount of combos, and in pretty much every combo move that Level Max has, Side B will work one way or another. Because of this, it is a great combo finisher move that can almost always be thrown out, and it becomes insanely effective in mid to high percentages where Side B will either instantly kill or true combo without any issue. Not only can you combo with Side B, but you can even use it as a ledge trap. At high percent you can just cover, jump, get up with Side B and kill, and not only that, but you can also get setups to kill people off stage with just Side B. Either it be you waiting for them to recover and hang on ledge and kill with Side B, or just jump straight at the ledge and kill them at 40%. Side B has a ton of base knockback and power, allowing you to kill at extremely early percentages, or just kill through consistent setups and combos. Side B can also be used as a platform tech chase. It pretty much covers every option except attack it up, and you just have to wait below platform before performing it, and it is really useful when timed right. You are able to jump cancel Side B and get a very weird looking animation while keeping the ground momentum of regular Side B. With this, you can even jump over some projectiles like Wolf's Laser and punish him for it. It also honestly is a lot less risky than regular Side B neutral, because at worst case scenario you will just get hit by the projectile and you can reset neutral after that. Against someone like Wolf, it is really worth it going for example. I wouldn't really advise this against super heavy hitter projectiles because the risk might just be too great. Keep this in mind when using jump cancel Side B. Level Max Up B is one of his many ways to recover, and also his most important one. In today's video we will go over all the uses and applications I have found the move to be useful in. Up B is a great other shield option because it is frame free and has invincibility frames to start up. Not only that, but it can also be turned around so you can hit people who attack you from behind as well as also in front of you. Up B can also be used as a ridiculously easy option to get out of disadvantage. This is especially good against characters like Bayonetta, who combo you all the way to the top of the last zone because you can literally punish people for even missing one frame and kill them for it. Just make sure to not spam it, because if it becomes obvious you will get hard punished for it instead. Now let's talk about Up B as a recovery, and there's some things that aren't really talked about that much. First off, Level Max Up B has 2 different snaps to a ledge, the first one being an instantaneous snap when you hit the ledge with Up B at the same level or higher, and the second one being the initial one, right before the final hit of Up B. This is very important to know because you need to learn how to space Up B in order to recover properly. Not only that, but knowing which snap you will get can either get you to save resources or use them up in order to make it back. Another thing to note is that Level Max Up B is incredibly good at catching people trying to 2-frame you, but every upset also has a downside, so Up B is incredibly weak against counters because of this. The forward part of Up B is at least. The backwards portable upbeat can actually completely negate counters, so things like counter on ledge from Lucina, Roy, etc. do not work at all. The trade-off is the ledge snipe is a bit worse, so you need to clearly know when or why you're either going for a straight upbeat or the reverse upbeat. Keep this in mind when recovering. Max counter is one of the fastest counters in the entire game. Not only that, but this counter also has some unique uses and properties that we'll be going over today. Max counter is extremely useful to edgeguard. Some really good example matches you can use counter offstage against are Ness, Donkey Kong, Bowser, and many more characters in the roster. This counter also allows to set up into side B and ledge, which can kill people even earlier than the counter in itself. Counter can make some matches way easier for Mac when used properly, so keep that in mind. Not only can counter be used as an extremely useful edgeguard tool, no, it can also be used to help you recover better. The obvious one being that you can counter the counter's attack in order to make it back, but you can also stall in the air with counter to get a better positioning in order to recover properly. I definitely would not advise overusing this because your opponent has no reason to not just be patient and punish you once the counter is over. Which leads you to the next thing, which is countering at a disadvantage. One of the things I would never advise I see a hard read is to counter an on-stage disadvantage situation. Especially if your opponent is charging an F smash, they can just wait the counter out and punish you even harder. Be aware of this, I have died countless of times because it's such a stupid habit. I have already made an in-depth guide on how to use ghost counters, so check out the full video for that after you're done watching this. But yeah, Mac can also use a counter as another shield option, which given the right moves can for sure be useful. Keep in mind that counter is an option against lingering hitboxes, and a good example of a lingering hitbox is Link's Uppy for example, which is a common out shield option next to his Nair.